Hey guys, Brett Weiss here. Welcome to another video. I'm at Heritage Auctions where I work as a video game cataloger. There's some incredibly cool stuff in the gallery here. If you can go to ha.com to check out this stuff online, there are wrestling rarities, costumes from Randy Macho Man Savage, some stuff that the Von Erichs wore in the ring, and some plaques they received. I'm also going to show you guys some really high-grade video games, some of the greatest video games of all time, some sealed copies, high-grade, really famous games, some of the greatest games of all time, sealed, in incredible condition. Guys, let's check it out. I know a lot of you gamers are wrestling fans, so I thought I would show these incredibly cool items to you. Macho Man definitely had style. These are incredibly cool. This costume was worn in the ring, but also on a promo on the Arsenio Hall show. These outfits are signed, and this one was worn during the main event versus Hulk Hogan. Madness rules the air. Now, this incredibly cool outfit was, he wore it during a Slim Jim commercial. It's killer. Now, this robe worn by Kevin Von Erich, it was recreated in the Iron Claw of the film, but this is the original. Estimated to go for a minimum of $10,000. This was Kevin Von Erich's jacket, one of his several jackets. I love the lightning bolt motif there. That's incredibly cool. And this jacket was actually worn by David, Kevin, and Mike Von Erich. It was the only jacket worn by all three of those brothers. And another jacket that belonged to Kevin Von Erich. Love that one with his name on it. That's incredibly cool. Do I keep saying cool? That's all I could. These are just cool, guys. I mean, I grew up a big fan of the Von Erichs, and this is amazing. These plaques were presented to the Von Erichs in 2009 from the World Wrestling Entertainment WWE Hall of Fame. Incredibly cool. Kerry Von Erich was my favorite of the Von Erichs, and I've got a really cool story to tell you guys about him real quick. Back in the 70s and 80s, I was a big wrestling fan, as I said, and me and my buddies were hanging out at the Grapevine Lake in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, throwing the Frisbee, grilling hamburgers, that kind of thing. And we were just on the, hanging out. We saw this boat come up, just from, we just saw it from quite a distance away, and then it came up to the shore, and this big muscle-bound, long-haired dude was on it, and it was none other than Kerry Von Erich. And he pulls up to the shore, and a couple of really gorgeous women in bikinis get on the boat, and he, they go with him, and they haul ass out of there. And I was like, what in the world? Was that a pre-arranged moment? Is it like, driving to somewhere and picking up girls, or what happened? But I'll never know, but it was incredibly cool just to see that. And wow, what a baller move. It was awesome. It was pretty hilarious, actually. Before we get to the video games, they've got some really cool action figures. There's that word again, cool, down here in the gallery right now. Again, you can bid on these items at ha.com. There's a wrestling figure, that's cool. Macho Man Savage, Randy, pretty freaking cool. And that is actually a prototype. How cool is that? Wow. And it looks like some foreign Star Wars set there of 9 figures. Carded figures from Canada with the French language there. Awesome. Star Wars Sears exclusive set of 12 carded figures. The only graded set. More than meets the eye. Awesome. Now let's get to the video games. And on to the video games. One of the greatest platform shooters of all time. Guys, do you call a game like Contra a platform shooter or a run and gun game? To me, a run and gun game is more like Commando or Atari Warriors, but you can let me know in the comments. Mortal Kombat, love me some Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter. Far prefer those type of games over Smash Brothers, the original Sonic, which is in my Most recent 100 Greatest book. Love me some Metroid. Spent a ton of time with that game. Gran Turismo. I was blown away when I first saw that game. Just how beautiful the graphics and how realistic the driving was. Probably the first really absolutely great driving simulator. Let me know in the comments if you disagree or agree. Pitfall, an amazing game that helped pave the way for side-scrolling platformers. You got Halo Combat Evolved. Probably my favorite first-person shooter of all time, right up there with Dark Horses and Doom. Dark Forces. Punch Out. Never really warmed up to that game that much, but I acknowledge that it is fantastic. Smash Brothers. Looks like they're rearranging things a little bit here. NFL Blitz, sort of the football version of NBA Jam with that arcade-style action. Guys, I hear there's a new streaming documentary on the Dream Team. Remember when the U.S. started using professional basketball players for the Olympics that really changed things and they were just destroying teams? There's a new documentary on the 92 Dream Team, I believe. Let me know in the comments what streaming service that is on. Ken Griffey Jr., one of the great baseball games of the 16-bit era. And last and certainly not least, Super Mario Brothers. Now, a lot of you guys might be thinking, why are these considered valuable? This is really weird because these games are very popular. They printed hundreds of thousands and in most cases millions of these games. Why are they considered valuable? Because they're factory sealed, because they're, have high grades and graded and everything. In some cases, first editions or whatever. But video games these days, like it or not, are considered, collectibles like baseball cards, comic books, and the like. You can still get opened copies of these games in most cases relatively cheaply. Yeah, they've gone up in price, but just the fact that these are factory sealed really gives them, value and collectability. Let's check out one more interesting item that is in this gallery that you might have never seen before. And yeah, it's gaming related. Did you guys ever go in the Supreme store at the mall? Strangely, they had a pinball machine. I saw one at the Northeast Mall in Hurst, a suburb of Fort Worth, and I remember they had a pinball machine set up where you could spend 25 cents and, play a game or 5 games for $1. And, just kind of a typical machine there with a couple of ramps and everything, but really bizarre. Is this the only retail store themed pinball machine? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. All right, guys, well, we're going to leave where we started with the wrestling stuff here. And let me know in the comments, who was your favorite pro wrestler back in the day? Mine was Kerry Von Erich and Andre the Giant. Don't watch wrestling anymore, and I haven't for a long time, but in the 70s and 80s, I was all about it. So yeah, let me know your favorite wrestler. Let me know your favorite of the video games that you saw in the showcase there. And if you don't get graded games, don't get sealed games, what the appeal is, let me know in the comments. Or if you're a collector of rare games, sealed games, first edition games, that kind of thing, let me know in the comments as well. As always, keep it friendly. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing to the video. Thank you for subscribing to my channel and liking the video. Appreciate it, guys. We'll talk to you later.